Hey everyone, how's my eye contact? It should be pretty good because I'm using an Elgato Prompter. Now, if you know me, you're probably thinking, David, why would you get a teleprompter? You don't use a script for these things. Well, that's what makes the Elgato so interesting. It's more than just a text-based teleprompter. It's basically a computer monitor. So I could be looking at anything I want while giving eye contact. Let me show you what it looks like from my point of view. It might make a little more sense. Let's get a little iPhone video going here. And here's my main monitor, my second monitor, and above it, what appears to be a third monitor. But if you look at it from the side, you could see, and that's the Elgato Prompter. You could see how it works. It's a one-way mirror. Behind the one-way angled mirror is the webcam, which is looking at me, and I'm seeing whatever's reflected on this monitor. So to put it in teleprompter mode, I made a fake script for you. And let's get it scrolling here. Elgato Prompter script. This is the part where you tell your viewers about the Elgato Prompter. But instead of using it as a prompter, I'm basically using it as a confidence monitor. I'm looking at myself as I'm recording this video to make sure it's going okay as I'm recording it. And if I was in a Zoom call or Teams call with you, I would have you up there and I would be making eye contact with you as I'm talking to you in a business video call, something we've always wanted. So let me show you the unboxing so we can take a better look at the device and see how it works. Okay, so here we have it, the Elgato Prompter, big box. Let's see what's inside. Right on top is this small box with accessories and cables. Let's put that aside for now and look at the device itself. And here we have the device itself, a little protective bag. Let me take that off. So here's the prompter itself. Let me explain how it works and why I think it's particularly suited for business video compared to other prompters on the market. So it uses an old trick called Pepper's Ghost. This is a mirror. And it's a one-way mirror. So if I put it in front of my camera, you can see through, the camera can see through and see me when it's set up properly. And this on the bottom is a display which reflects up against the mirror so you can see whatever's on the display. Now the thing is, most prompters that I see, the display, it runs an app to put text so you can, read a script, so you can use like a teleprompter. This is a full display. It's a monitor. So you could put anything on here. So you could put Zoom on here. So when you're in a Zoom meeting, instead of looking at your regular monitors, you could see it on your prompter and you could be giving perfect eye contact during your business meetings. I need to show you the software for you to understand the real power of this device. But first, let's finish going over the hardware. There's a few things I really like. First of all, single USB connection. I was worried I'd need to have a monitor, a monitor cable. This thing's a monitor and another power cable for it. USB, nice and easy. Also at the top, you can see there are these mounts. And when I got this, they were actually running a deal with the prompter. I got a free key light and cold shoe. So I can, this slides right on there. And so right above your prompter and your camera, you have your light. Perfect setup. Other accessories include basically connections for different types of cameras, webcams, and cameras that you would use with this. Here's the mount that goes on the back to put the camera on. And let's see what else is in the box. So first thing, we have our USB cable, angled so it doesn't stick out the back, which is nice. And next we have our connectors if you're using a DSLR camera. There's a bunch of rings in different sizes, and the way it works is they screw onto your camera where the lens cap would screw on, and then this panel goes on the back of the prompter. So then your camera just slides right into the prompter, and it makes a nice seal to block out the light. If you're like me and using this with a webcam, you're going to want to use this Shroud. This panel attaches to the back of the prompter, and the Shroud blocks out the light. Obviously, they can't make rings for every possible size webcam. Let me attach this now to show you what it looks like. Okay, so here we have the prompter with the Shroud attachment. Let me get my webcam attached to the stand right here. And we'll put the Shroud over it, get it all set up, and then let me show you the software. So behind me is the Elgato Camera Hub software, which is used to manage the Elgato Prompter as well as their other products. And the big area is where you would paste your script. And let's take a look at the tabs. There's only a few. We'll go through this pretty quickly. The first one, display, just simply lets you adjust the brightness and contrast of the display on the prompter. The next one, content, is where you choose whether it's showing text or whether you're using it as a monitor to put up your video meeting, as I was showing you before. And there's another option. While we're using this as a business tool, Elgato does have a huge customer base of video gamers. So what this does is it puts Twitch chat on the prompter. And I got to talk about this for a minute because this is so powerful. If you're streaming live and you're talking to chat live, answering their questions, making eye contact the way I am now, that's really cool. A lot of streamers just can't do it. You wind up doing this. Oh, great question in chat. Happy to answer you. This is so much better. Obviously, they started with Twitch because they are Elgato. I'm hoping they get YouTube chat there soon for YouTube live streaming. And it would be great to have Zoom webinar chat up there as well for when you're doing webinars. I love talking to chat while making eye contact. So let's go on to the next tab, which is appearance. This is obvious settings. We're not going to go through them all for the text. One, it's a little hidden by my microphone here. Opacity. Let me go back to here so you can see it. If I lower the opacity of the text, it allows me to kind of have both at the same time. Instead of choosing between monitor or text, it will fade the text so I could still read it, but then I'll be able to see the monitor behind it. So if I wanted to use it as a confidence monitor, like I was showing you before, where I see myself, but also have a script, I could do that. I tested this. I thought it would be kind of weird, like I wouldn't be able to read it or it would be hard to see the image, but it works. It works really well. Okay, let's look at the next tab is scrolling. This is pretty obvious stuff. We're not going to go through it in too much detail, but how quickly it scrolls, how you can control it. Voice sync is actually interesting. If you have an NVIDIA RTX graphic card to support this, what it does is it listens to your voice as you're speaking and moves the script as you're talking. I think if I am going to use this for scripts, that's the way I'm going to use it. That's pretty cool. And the final thing, I'm not using this, but overlays, and again, let me make this smaller so you could see. What it does is it allows you to choose some images like this little camera, and it'll put it on the prompter, and you could move where it is, and it'll show up on the prompter if you want to get it right exactly where the camera is to let yourself know where it is so you can make super perfect eye contact. I think if you're looking anywhere on the prompter, it looks okay. So I'm not using this, but it's an option there if you want it. So those are all the settings. It's really not that much to this. It's pretty much plug and play and just start creating content or having your video meetings with eye contact. So as you can see, I'm pretty excited about this. I've been using it for a couple days, loving it, loving using it during meetings. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Let me know your thoughts, and thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.